Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special message tonight from Graded Point 5.
During this holiday season, it's always important to remember to spend time with loved ones, to love the pets that you have, if you do have any, and also not take the internet so goddamn seriously. Holy fucking shit, it's not that deep, fam.
Yes. Memes are memes. Let them be. Also, you can run with us. We have everything you need.
Meme with the boys at Myers Twitter. I figured you might want to throw that in there too. Why not? Fuck it.
Hey, welcome everybody to Graded Point Live. Thought we'd start off with some little, I'd say very, very minor little things I noticed today, and I just want to say, hey guys, just calm down. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. If you don't take it seriously, it ain't gonna hurt you, right?
And if you do take it seriously, it means you're a gigantic gay, and you don't want to be that, especially on the internet. Because
then you would be Cab.
Yeah, we don't want to be Cab.
Hey.
Yeah, we actually had to put Cab in the gay corner tonight. Yeah, that's why he's not here.
I think he went into a boomer coma for the night. So maybe we'll see him tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes. Some interesting happenings happened, I reckon, today. Apparently.
Yeah, I've got a boomer picture now.
Yeah, you got a boomer picture. Hey.
And I don't care what y'all call that. That is mulatto spray repellent.
Mulatto repellent.
Excuse me. Is that it's supposed to keep the
black half of mulatto.
Supposed to keep, you guys use me to keep the other Negroes aside. Like, I'm not afraid to use it. He has the right to say the N-word. He's gonna say it. You better get away.
He has a card. Given to him upon the day of his birth.
He's gonna say some shit that you're not gonna like, and you can't call him a racist.
Because we know people of color cannot be racist. That's the law.
Yeah, it's exactly.
7 viewers. Welcome everybody. Glad you're joining us. Not the record 30 that we had the other night, but not every day it's not every night that we talk about rat queens. So,
I mean, we could make that our bread and butter. I mean,
we could do that, but what's the fun in that? It gets boring after a while.
I mean, yeah.
Because how often? I mean, yeah, I could pretty often laugh at somebody who's stupid, but what I'd rather do is find somebody else who's being stupid and laugh at them.
Well, that's true. Diversify your stupidity.
Exactly. So,
So speaking of stupid people, can we fucking talk about how fucking everybody is really fucking butthurt about that Hellboy trailer?
Oh yeah. So let me
fucking everyone.
Drop the boomer image so we can see how serious that Hellboy is.
yeah, because Hellboy is a very serious comic for very serious people.
Yep. So yeah, I saw it. I thought it was pretty good. I would like to see. I always start to judge films on their second trailer at this point.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see what the second trailer turns out. But for a first one, I thought it was pretty good. In all honesty, but tell us, Jordan, what made people so upset about this trailer?
Because it's too lighthearted. It's not dark and gritty enough. It doesn't take itself seriously. Because
a book about a movie about a comic that literally has the line of questioning: is that a monkey? He's got a gun. Show monkey shooting said gun. That's
Wayne, if that's not the pinnacle of a comic taking itself seriously, I don't know what the fuck is.
Oh, let's talk about the what about the seriousness of the 1940s hero named Lobster Johnson?
Just what are you trying to imply?
I'm trying to imply that even though, yes, Hellboy does have some dark and gritty overtones, right? It's not dark and gritty. That's kind of the point. Like,
Yeah.
Hellboy was supposed to be the bringer of destruction. You know, that was the whole like point of his, summoning to the earthly plane. He went against that, and he basically became like a regular dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
regular dude who likes cats.
Who likes cats and like shoots things with and hits things with his big rock fist thingy.
Yeah.
And likes to fall. Oh, and as I say, I have to always bring this up. And likes to fall through floors and out of windows.
He likes to do those things,
right? At a very large height. So let's see. I'm just glad Ron P isn't in it. He made Hellboy. That's all about his interpretation of Hellboy. I think that was more Del Toro. More than
yeah. I think that's fair.
I mean, I think Ron Perlman just enjoyed the character, Ron Perlman is a douche. I will agree with that. He is.
Yeah.
When a dude, instead of like, hey, I know that Harvey Weinstein is a actual sexual predator, instead of doing anything about it, instead of saying or doing anything about it, I'm gonna pee on my hand and like shake my hands with my pee hand. That'll show. That'll own him.
Wayne. That's how
super manly.
You got to pee on your hand to own the rapists.
Yeah, that'll show him.
That'll learn him. God damn it!
Why didn't he? My question is, if he's gonna go that far, why don't he just do the stink palm?
Yeah, why not?
Like go all the way. Just stick your hand right up your ass.
Fuck it, just take a shit on your hand and slap in the fucking face with it.
Yeah.
Fucking go whole hog. Don't be a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Or just be a man when you find out he's like a piece of shit and just knock the fuck out of him in the middle of a party.
I mean, yeah, there's also that too.
Yeah. Perlman didn't shake Weinstein's hand. He didn't? I mean, that's what he claimed. He claimed he fucking...
I know, I was going to say, he claimed he did.
That's what he said he did.
He claimed he did a tinky on his hand and like shook Weinstein's hand. That's what he says. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, it's just what he claims.
Oh my God, stink palming. Yeah. See, yeah, I watch Mallrats. See, I know my shit.
Literally.
Ew.
Man. But yeah, I thought the trailer was pretty good. I like the lighthearted tone. Mm-hmm. I'm sure, based on the glimpses that we saw, there's going to be some element of that dark stuff that people want to see. Like, obviously, it's going to be there because it's Hellboy. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. There's nothing wrong with a different direction. But I do understand that people looking at that might not appreciate what they're doing, because if you have the old Hellboy films in your head, you're going to want it to be some offshoot of that. Like, even if you don't know that, your brain does. Yeah. Your brain's going to be trying to make that connection.
Those two Hellboy movies took itself seriously.
Right?
Mael, the Ever Living, and Hellboy's like, wait a second. That's like...
Well, my favorite part was when he first meets Samael, mm-hmm. and he's like, 2 guards, you need some heavy fire to push that through.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's I don't know, like the banter was always there. I don't know. I just feel like people are
overthinking
overthinking it, and I think it also might be just like superhero fatigue.
It could be, yeah.
But I'm enjoying movies better when they have that in it. I think the problem is the trailer showed nothing but funny parts.
Yeah, that could be part of the issue. There wasn't as much of a balance. Well, because even the opening portion of that trailer where they're kind of playing it off as like, oh, if we are going to end this forever war, it's going to be because of your big right hand. And then it cuts to a joke immediately.
Yeah.
So that might be part of the issue, where it's like it's not having equal parts. It's not equal parts dark and humor. It's mostly humor with some darkness kind of sprinkled in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Could be a number of things.
Could be. But no.
Y'all niggas is gay. that trailer is amazing. You just bitches.
I mean, like I said, I thought it was...
I enjoyed it, but I mean, I'm trying to just see where people might have gotten it might be because, I mean, even like the typical Marvel movie trailers, they'll show a couple of funny parts,
mm-hmm.
but they're also pretty good at mixing in like a lot of the intense action, seriousness and stuff. And this trailer did seem to focus on like cracking some jokes.
Yeah.
For the most part. So maybe, but it can be one of those trailers that's all the funny that was in the entire movie all in one trailer.
Yeah, you never know.
Just like, a lot of trailers are all of the good parts of the movie you see in the trailer. You don't know.
Okay. I'm just looking at the. Yeah, you might be right, but at the same time, okay, if it goes that far, then it's something that definitely never happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was looking at the chat, it's like, because he said he was referring to Donald Trump and not Weinstein. I can tell you right now that didn't happen because Hollywood loved Donald Trump until he decided to run for president.
Yeah, specifically when he decided to run for president
As
with
a Republican.
an R. Yeah, with an R after his fucking name.
Mm-hmm. Nobody hated Donald Trump until he decided to run for president. That's a fact. Well, maybe Rosie O'Donnell. That's about it.
I was just responding to the Perlman didn't shake Weinstein's hand, and I'm like, well, there's a bunch of articles where he says otherwise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. He
like I said, he might have been. You might be, but he could be right. I mean, the way it's worded, it does seem like he was talking about Trump, not Weinstein. But yeah, I would still say because I said that the Weinstein thing didn't happen. In all honesty,
I seriously doubt it happened. It's just that the articles say that he said it did.
Yeah, and then but now that you're saying that it was Trump, because that was definitely before Trump was president, so I know it didn't happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because nobody thought about Donald Trump in that way. There was like, oh, it's Donald Trump. He, the Apprentice guy. Yeah, So
yeah,
whatever. That's off topic. Still, like I said, instead of like peeing on your hand, why don't just stink palm him? Do it.
Or
give him the dysentery, fam. Let's go.
Thing to do is fucking actually punch him in the face or do something about it. Stop being a pussy.
Give him the E. coli.
Ready to fucking go into full autism mode.
Yeah. So
I was born ready.
That's just because you actually have autism.
Let's talk about this one. Whoever this Iron Spike person is. By the way, how are you fucking verified? Holy shit.
Who fucking knows, man? Well, look, she's fucking not white, so that should give us a good indication.
True. Okay.
So,
starting with this one, I guess I don't know what the sequence was, but LOL. Anime kids and comic skaters agree. Manga isn't comics. Japanese publishers are increasingly relying on English language markets and their hundreds of millions of more readers to stay afloat. But go off, kids. I mean, what do I know about the state of publishing, right? Obviously, not a whole fucking lot.
Yeah, not a whole fucking lot, because as we will show in very quick order, no, the West not really that important to manga sales, but you do you, fam.
Yeah.
But go off, kid.
Yeah. Yeah, go off, kid. So let's look at it. Manga sold in the U.S. are U.S. comic sales, or do you think Harry Potter books shouldn't count towards sales of novels in the U.S. too? LOL, nah, of course not.
I will take completely missing the point for 1,000, Alex.
Yeah. And then, of course, this last one. The comics industry is dying, you guys. Like, okay, I just want to say that I'm sorry that you developed Lou Gehrig's disease in the middle of this post. And since I know there's literally no recovery for you, I wish you well in what's left of your life.
Yeah, I think it's a rule now. You can't type like that unless you're using that SpongeBob picture.
Yeah, that should be the rule. Well, my favorite thing, the thing that she's quoting. So, this is a tweet from Shonen Jump. Wow, Shonen Jump app is at the top of the iOS magazine and newspapers charts. Ha! Take that, other SWJ. Also, my coworker needs to charge his phone. Blah blah blah. Whatever. So, how one takes this and goes, the comic book, not fucking sure how the iOS store doing well ever goes into books being sold, but okay, we'll fucking table that for a minute. I do want to go back to the initial point that she had made, which is manga isn't comics. It's fucking not. And the reason why is okay. So we'll definitely go with the whole idea that yes, in the most basic way that you're looking at manga versus comics, they are the same thing. Manga is literally just the Japanese term for comics. That's why when you look at Shonen Jump, it's called Jump Comics. Like, you know, when
oh yeah, it's a visual storytelling, sequential, yeah.
yeah, so in that regard, yes, they are the same fucking thing. Thank you for joining the rest of the fucking class, you stupid, vapid fucking cunt.
Also,
oh Jesus.
However, go ahead.
My word.
The whole manga sold in the U.S. or U.S. comic sales. See, no, no. You got to look at the breakdown. It does not say U.S. comics. It says sales in the West.
Right.
And that means every country other than Japan.
Mhm.
Pretty much every European country, at least.
Yeah, every European. I mean, it's every country, west of Japan, which is every country, just about. So.
Yeah, like the thing that I think is the most hilarious about what she is saying is how clear akin to what they do in Eastern countries like Korea and Japan than what we do here in the States. Here in the States, our comic book industry is defined basically by 4 fucking companies.
Yeah.
And especially when you look at the big 2, which are Marvel and DC, they have their established characters that they've had for literal decades.
Mm-hmm.
And there are certain parameters. You got a limited framework, which is why that shit gets retconned every couple fucking years.
Mm-hmm. And why nobody dies.
Yeah, and why nobody stays dead for very fucking long. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you look at something, let's take the biggest example in Japanese comics, Shonen Jump magazine. Shonen Jump at any period in time has 15 different shonen titles, which that's not all the shonen. That's just like the 15 most popular shonen titles at that time, but they're all very fucking different. You look at, One Piece, which will never stop being in fucking Shonen Jump magazine. Even when even when fucking Oda dies, that shit's gonna stay in fucking Shonen Jump. But that shit has it's a pirate adventure.
Yeah.
Then you have something like Attack on Titan, which Attack on Titan could technically be considered seinen, meant for like an older audience.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very different story than what you have in One Piece. Or if you look at something like Wayne, do you know what the fuck Haikyuu is?
I've heard of it.
Haikyuu, it's a basketball anime.
The fuck?
It's about a team of basketball players being the greatest like no one ever was.
Dude, they have they have ones about swim teams, ones about tennis.
Yeah,
they
dude,
can make
fucking
any
free
fucking activity fucking badass.
Yeah, fucking got shit for tennis. You got shit. There's one for running track and field.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And the only thing they really have keeping them together is 1, they're made in Japan, and 2, it's all under the label of being shonen. That very expansive genre, shonen. The shonen genre for Japanese comics is the same thing as the action genre for fucking video games.
Mm-hmm.
It has fucking everything under the sun. So that's the issue I have with what she's saying. Yes, technically, manga sold in the U.S. are U.S. comic sales, sure. But those comic sales aren't that high.
Yeah, because I'm going through Comicron's November numbers, which we went through earlier. I am literally at 117, and I have yet to see any shonen.
Right.
It's either Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, Boom. Some of the smaller publications. You've yet to see it. And I'm like, and I'm just scrolling down. Just keep scrolling down.
And the thing is, in the website you're looking at, they should be, if it's U.S. comic sales, it should be logged somewhere.
Because they gotta see what the thing is. Because I'm looking over on the side here because they've got by units and by dollars and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So share overall units: Marvel 43%, DC 29%. These are just units. They're not talking about sales, just units shipped.
Right.
It's like, Image, IDW, Dark Horse, Boom, Dynamite, Valiant, Oni, Titan, Archie, Viz. Finally, we get to Viz. and it's
And Viz is at the fucking bottom.
0.48%.
Yeah.
0.48%. Right? Now, we go down. Viz at 8th at 1.26%.
Man,
so
fucking
far,
manga saving the American.
So far, we're not. You're kind of losing the plot here. Items in the top 300. Okay, I'm just going to read them because they wanted to do this. I can do this. Marvel 84, DC 68, Image 50, IDW 27, Dynamite 16, Boom 14, Dark Horse 13, Valiant 6, Titan 5, Archie 4, Aftershock 3, Oni 3, Zenoscope 2, Abstract 1, Action Lab 1, Broadsword 1, Fantagraphics 1, Tokyo Pop 1. Who's not there?
Fucking Viz.
Not even in the top 300.
And here's the thing to consider. Viz, these are the people who did the localization for shit like Naruto and Bleach and One Piece. Wait, you want to bring up the numbers for fucking One Piece and what it sold in Japan?
I'll get to that in a minute because I'm interested in this. Share of units in the top 300. Guess who's not there?
Oh, look at that. Viz is missing again.
Yeah.
What a fucking shock.
Share of dollars in the top 30 or in the top 300. Guess who's not there?
Viz.
Yeah. Dollar share of top 300 comics and top 300 trade paperbacks. Now we're getting there. But Viz is still only 0.45% of that. Because that's trade paper. They included trade paperbacks, which is what I would assume that a volume would be considered here in the States, would be considered a trade paperback.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Or, a graphic novel. Like new comics released. Viz isn't even on that list. New graphic novel. Now, here you go. New graphic novels released. DC 40, Marvel 39, Viz 26. There you go. But even then, like Viz is, like I said, when you look at the graphic novels, it's a minuscule amount compared to the other three.
Yeah.
Where was it at? Top 3, trade and 300 trade paperbacks. Yeah. Like we have, let's see. Marvel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not even in the top 10. Not even in the top 10. And it's like, it is very minuscule and compared to the other two as far as saturation goes.
Yeah.
But you know what I bet they're not including? The actual Shonen Jump magazine.
Right. They're probably
that goes to newsstands.
Right.
That's why I think when we were talking earlier, that it kind of gives me the feeling that they're not distributed by Diamond. Because it says here, based on reports from Diamond Comics distributors. Yeah, estimated comic shoots North American comic shops based on reports from Diamond Comic distributors. I can guarantee you I will find more graphic novels in a bookstore than I will at a comic shop.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you know what that does? That's a direct sale because bookstores get direct sale. They get direct ships. They don't get something from Diamond. They don't get boxes from Diamond. Diamond only distributes to the comic book shops. I got a whole shitload to talk about with Diamond, but we're going to do that another day since this just came up. But
also, I think for the Shonen Jump too, some of that stuff is going to get roped into magazines instead of comics.
That's what I'm saying. They'll go directly to either the bookstores or like newsstands, things like that.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, Shonen Jump is usually printed with newsprint, isn't it?
I believe so.
Because most of the time they're black and white, so they can do newsprint.
Yeah.
So it's kind of so it's not keeping the industry afloat, especially the big two, the big three, the big four, right? If I'm gonna throw them all in there, that has nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not keeping the comics industry over here afloat any more than we're keeping the manga industry afloat. Like
essentially, what it tells me, this is what it tells me, if Marvel and DC and Image and IDW and all those like passed into the nether tomorrow, we could still buy mangas. They would be unaffected by this because, like I said, they've bypassed the distribution channels according to what I'm reading.
Yeah,
because there may be some comic book shops that will bring in manga just for their if they got people who want to order it through their audience and whatnot like that.
Yeah, mine has like a shelf dedicated to it, and it's just whatever's popular at that moment. So I think they just buy a few directly and put them there.
Right. So that's why I'm thinking it's like I think most manga is sold through newsstands and bookstores.
Yeah.
Because I could go to my local bookstore, which would be Books A Million, or as I like to call them, BAM. And I can guarantee you that their mango selection would be a lot bigger than their comic book selection.
Yeah,
because I remember back when I was going to comic book shops, they would have the occasional manga. They had like fucking Dragon Ball, and because the interesting thing was this was back in the fucking day, and Wayne, you may have seen this during your time in comic book shops. Yeah. They sold them as individual issues, the same that they did with regular comics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this was because I remember I had like the first 13 issues of Dragon Ball Z. Like this was when Viz was like first. This was like late 90s, early 2000s when Viz was like still up and coming, and because they didn't bother with Dragon Ball, like who gives a shit about Goku when he's a little kid? They busted out the shit, and it's funny because it's different from how manga is created now because that shit read left to right. Whereas anybody who's read a manga knows that shit reads right to left because that's how the Japanese do it.
Yeah.
This is how early.
You would have to change a whole lot in order to, instead of just the words, in order to Americanize it. It's
really weird too because I remember there was and Jordan, you might remember this too because this happened when we were joking about it the other night in off air with some other folks. We were talking about the Street Fighter comic that Malibu put out, which was garbage. It only lasted 3 issues because it was literally dog shit. And so after they canceled, of course, Street Fighter's still hot, right? So they, of course, somebody wanted to put something on the newsstand. So what they do? They took the manga adaptation of the Street Fighter story and brought it out over here. How did they do that? They put it in a comic book format. They didn't put it in what I call a manga format, which is a volume. Right? They did individual issues, and it was all, like I said, it was laid out like a comic book. It read left to right. And you could tell because there was some shit that didn't look right because all they did was mirror that shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I was about to say, did they license it and then
it was
make
licensed.
their version?
It was a licensed thing. But they were
instead of remaking it after licensing it, they just flipped Image and
they flipped Image instead of and put it in a
See, that feels lazy. If you're not just distributing it and you actually got the license to the shit to make it, you should at least I don't know.
What is I'm trying to think the standard format for a comic book is. I don't want to say 8.5 by 11. That's too big.
No, yeah, it's a little smaller than that.
I think it's like 8 by 10.
It's actually a little bit weirder than that. It's like 6 by 10 or something.
Yeah. But it was in that format. So of course, mangoes are little small, like smaller books and things like that.
Yeah, they're even smaller.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say, you want to know how Shonen can make some big fucking money?
What's that?
Come out with releasing One Piece, for example, and putting it in an omnibus form.
I think they already do that.
Like I'm talking about a big leather-bound omnibus, like Marvel does. Like,
I got you.
Like put I don't know, put 50 issues in one omnibus, right? And they're all like this prestige size where they're freaking huge. They would sell some shit. I guarantee you. People are like, oh shit.
Man, see, the Japanese ain't gonna do that shit though.
I know because they know how to make money. Unlike
might get some weebs doing it, but. As we've seen, we here in the States aren't making or breaking that fucking we're not making or breaking that fucking industry.
Well, you see, yeah, Mior says, I remember Dark Horse actually edit the pages to look good reading left. Well, if you do it right, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it might take some like Photoshop chicanery and kind of
Mm-hmm.
something that doesn't look right going left to right to make it look right. So it, like, for example, if something says shop, it doesn't look like posh.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of tweaking to fix it. That sounds so lazy, just flipping an image and going, okay, done.
because the word bubbles didn't matter because they're going to make those English anyway, So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
so the bubbles didn't matter. They could just wipe that out and put their own shit in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'll just put a bubble over it.
So yeah, let's talk about estimated sales of the mangoes in Japan.
Yeah,
That
and
apparently that the American market is carrying.
Yeah, the American market. Yeah, keep in mind that's what this woman is saying. She's saying that what is sold in the States is what is carrying the fucking market. Now, what you're going to see on screen here, top selling manga in Japan by series, and this is just for 2017.
This is a stretch from a year. This is an entire year from 2016 to 2017.
Look at that. Look.
One Piece sold 11,495,532 copies.
Wait, is there a live action Assassination Classroom movie?
Apparently, yeah.
Holy shit!
I like how
Probably
you're
direct
looking.
DVD.
We're talking about the shit, and you're looking at the ads.
I'm leaving out. Sorry.
I'll fix this shit. Hold on a second.
So Wayne,
Oh, wrong way.
I got a question.
Wrong way. Here
Question
we go.
for you.
Yeah, zoom that shit in.
So Wayne, I got a question for you. You being the resident major comics guy,
Uh-huh.
do you think in 2017 there was a single fucking, not even a single book, that all the shit that Marvel sold for all of 2017? Do you think it was 11.5 million units sold?
Let's find out. Yearly sales.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
2017.
Let's look at these yearly sales though. Let nobody say that we don't do our fucking research.
Yeah. Let's see. The problem is they're showing these fucking charts. I don't want to see charts. I want to see numbers, right? Okay, so here we go. Well, I guess we'll got to go by what they got, right? The Comic-Con Comic Sales Report, North American comic sales across time. 1.015 billion in 2017. Now, I'm trying to find units, and of course they're not going to do that. North American comic sales by channel. 515 million from comic stores, 400 million from book channels, 90 million from digital downloads, and newsstand and subscriptions about 10 million. So that's in money. They're using money amounts, which is fine. North American comic sales by format: graphic novels, 570 million, 355 million, 90 million. What I'm interested in, okay, let's see. Did they have the prices on here? They don't really have the price. I would love to know what the price of a One Piece mango in Japan is.
Okay, Wayne, I think I might have found something for you.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay. Well, this does say monthly comic sales, but this does actually give us a matter of units.
Mm-hmm.
So let me shoot that to you real quick.
All right. Are you sending this thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to. You're gonna see some boomerang going on for a second. There we go.
Hardcore boomerang.
All right. I got to copy that. Copy. All right. We're doing it live, people. Sorry. Good thing I'm not an idiot and actually have porn tabs and stuff like that. Okay, this is the yearly. This is okay. Good. That's what I want to see. So this is the entire year of 2017.
Yeah. Well, because what I'm looking at here, it does say overall North American dollar sales. See, here it's showing that they only made about $500 million, which is 10% down from 2016. Which, Oofenheimer.
Yeah.
But we're looking through some of these ones. Marvel Legacy, So estimated units sold 305,000, which I gotta say, pretty respectable.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no fucking 11 million though.
No, it ain't 11 million.
What else we got? We got Dark Knight's Metal from DC, 278,000. Still not too bad, but again, just gonna say,
yeah.
it ain't 11 fucking million though.
Now the question is, because we know that they sell One Piece in volume.
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is, which I would love to find out, how much does a single book cost? Because these are estimated sales in that period. And this ain't, if I understand it correctly, these are sales, not ships.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see if you can find out what the price of a Mango, just say, because is this in Japan? Yeah.
Yeah.
Find out what a single One Piece book costs in Japan. I would like to know, because we can do a conversion from there.
Let me do that real quick for you.
Because I'm
interested. I'm boomerang.
Because I'm having this funny feeling. Something's telling me that One Piece outsold the entire North American comic book industry by itself in Japan. Just a feeling I got.
That would be funny.
It's just a feeling.
Okay, let's take it. Let's see.
Yes, Boomer Power Hour. I agree, Mior. This is exactly what it is. Well, that's what happens. Like we come up with something, and then during discussion, we come up with something else that's like, oh wait, that might be some shit, you know.
Let me see. Okay, that is for Target. That's not what I'm looking for.
They accept yen at Target.
Let's see here.
What's even better is we're saying manga, but we're only doing like actual manga Japanese stuff. So this isn't even counting all the other countries, and they're essentially the exact same thing as manga sales.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Wayne, I got some numbers for you.
Okay, well Josh found it too. Okay, yeah, there you go. One Piece volumes in Japan at 873 yen a piece. And that currently converts to $7.85. So I'm on the best of Amazon JP. So that's Amazon. So what did you find?
Well, I found this is something from 2 years ago from Reddit saying that the typical manga tankobon volume costs between 500 and 600 yen, which comes to about $4 to $5.
Right.
So I guess it just depends on what you're getting. We'll say it can range anywhere from 500 yen to, let's say, 900 yen.
So let's hedge our bets, and we'll just do an average of $6.50.
Right. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay. Times 1.
Yeah. Let's just say that number nice and slow. 11 million units.
711,495,532. Can the Microsoft calculator calculate this? You know what? Hold on.
Can you calculate numbers that large?
I'm going to screen cap this. I'm going to Windows share the fucking calculator. Give me just a second. I can do this. Let's see. Window capture.
Ow, fuck.
Add source. Cackalacker.
Boomer math hour.
Don't boomer too hard now.
Too late.
Oh, there it is. Calculator. Oh no, it's not showing up. No, Matt, no.
Now wait a minute, Matt.
Bully time activate. Take form of boomer bullies. Okay, wait a minute. I got a better idea. Don't Google have a calculator on their?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna go.
We got to make sure people are getting, and now keep in mind, people, for these figures we're about to show you, that was one book.
Yep.
And I would like to, which we can show people this, but I want to put it. I want to emphasize of the top 10 for 2017, the worst selling one still sold 3 fucking million.
Nice.
Which, I mean, if we're looking at that, we're looking at the greatest, the top seller for 2017 from Marvel sold 1/10 of that.
Okay, let's do this. $6.50 on average. Just average.
On average, yeah.
Okay. Times 1. What's the other numbers?
Shit, nigga, you're the one who's looking at it. Why you
It's in
asking us?
another window. Why you gonna ask me to do it? Don't do that shit to me. Don't you play with me, Jordan.
Nigga, I don't have that shit open. Why you tell? Okay, here, let me. Did you get it, or you need me to get it for you, Boomer?
11 point something.
11,495,532. Okay.
Yeah. See, nigga, so you found it nice and quick. Why the fuck you asking me for shit?
3, 2. Well, I thought you would be a good co-host. Okay. Are we ready for it? We need a drum roll. Holy shit, that's a big number. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It should equate to about like
$74 million.
A little bit of a chump change.
Yeah.
Ain't a big deal.
No big deal.
It's from one book, it's whatever. 74 million. Hey, no, who cares?
Yeah.
That's only about what? Roughly 8%. Well, no shit. That's like 8% of what the American comics industry apparently made. Or if we're looking at the numbers that we got for 2017, these ones where you're saying they made $500,000, we're looking at like One Piece by itself making about 12% of what the fucking American industry did.
Yeah.
One fucking book.
Yep. Yeah, we're not even going by the totality here. That was just one. I mean, do you really want me to include these other top 10 books?
If we go through all those top 10, you're probably getting more. You're getting way more than fucking $522 million.
Oh yeah.
But don't you know, Wayne? Fucking they need the West. Fucking buy them books.
Yeah.
Now to be fair, in the West, because I saw some numbers for like France and some other European countries, and they do sell Naruto, which sold like in the same year where Naruto sold like 1.2 million units in Japan, it sold about 400,000 units in France. Right. Which shit ain't bad, but it only sold, I think, like 28,000 here in the States. Like we just don't. We're not as big we're just not buying print media as much anymore. Yeah.
I think that's the big thing is we're just not buying print media so much. Digital media is just cheaper.
And you look back at the Comic-Con numbers, where Marvel Legacy was apparently the top-selling book of 2017, right? Yeah. At $5.99, they sold 305,000 units. How many books would it take to reach what One Piece did by itself in Japan?
What was the numbers for One Piece? Like 75 million?
Pretty much.
Yeah, as far as dollar sales go, yeah.
Okay, so divide that by $5.99. 12.5 million books.
So they would have to sell 12.5 million. So it would take. Let's see, Jesus.
It would take 400 like 40 times what they actually sold.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about just from. I'm looking at the top 10 books. On the list wouldn't even do it.
But the top 10 barely breaks. Wouldn't even break like what? Let's do the math on here.
Yeah, okay. So the top, because do I have a total? Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to I guess we're trying to reach what 11 million, right?
Yeah.
Just as a round number. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got 305,000. We're just going to round them off. 305,000, 279,000. Are you adding this up, Jordan, or am I just?
I am indeed.
Okay.
So I'm looking at it. If we add together the top 10 for what Marvel sold,
well, this Marvel and DC.
Top 10 for Marvel and DC, they are just shy of 2 million books sold. Now, I would just like to give the very humble reminder that the worst selling book in top 10 for the manga industry sold more than that.
Yep.
Beat it by 400,000 units.
Yep. Magi sold
which I ain't even fucking heard of Magi. I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
Yeah. Of course, now it's like, hey, let's check that out. Might be pretty good, I mean, it sold 2 million units. I mean,
yeah, it can't be shit if it sold that many. Goddamn.
So what's telling me that as we've always thought, the only way that the comic book industry is even surviving is on overpriced bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, Marvel Legacy $5.99, Dark Knight's Metal $4.99. These are all they're all $4.99, $5.99 in the top 10. That should tell you something. There's only one book that's $3.99. Well, 1, 2, 3.
There's like 3.
Three books that are $3.99.
And people are even complaining about that $3.99. Like, you know, a lot of people are like, man, these things should be like, you know, $2.49 at the very fucking most.
Yeah, $2.50. Just leave it. Yeah, when
leave it
it costs more, when it costs more to buy a comic book than it is to get a fucking gallon of gas,
or to get a fucking meal at McDonald's or some shit.
Yeah. It's like I can get like for $6, I can get like 3 cheeseburgers and a drink.
Well, you know the thing I think is really funny, because one of the things we should keep in mind is that Tonkaban price that I gave you. Yeah, that's a Tonkaban. That ain't a fucking chapter.
Right.
That's a volume. Which is at the very minimum. Let's be very conservative about it. Is like at least 6 chapters. So compare that to like Marvel Legacy. That's you're talking about getting something for 36. That would cost if Marvel was selling it $36 fucking dollars. In Japan, you're getting their fucking comic for fucking, 6.
Yeah, I'm just kind of reading the chat right now. So it's grade 0.5. I can see it now. American comics emulating manga style, but not the intelligent writings or appeal or merit.
I mean, you're not fucking wrong.
And as Piper said, or distribution practices. So can American comics pros take credit for manga style, fit women, and ecchi scenes? I wonder.
Good old ecchi.
Yeah, I think. Well, we discussed this offline, and so I'll discuss it here. Could Marvel and DC do a shonen style book that basically, okay, guys, instead for like the main titles like Spider-Man and stuff like that, they're going to remain there. They're going to still be single issue, right?
Right.
But for shit like Squirrel Girl, Miss Marvel, et cetera, the books we want to give a push, but we don't want to distribute them, quote unquote.
Don't want to sink money into it unless you know it's worth it.
Yeah, so why not do a newsprint style, volume magazine that comes out once a month or whatever? Well, Shonen is weekly though, right?
Well, Shonen Jump magazine. Well, what we got here in the States was a monthly magazine.
Okay.
But what they would do is, I think,
collect a month's worth of magazines.
I think they would collect a month's worth of stuff, or at least like 2 or 3 weeks from each one. Because like we didn't get all 15 that normally appear in it, where we got like 5, but we get like a whole month's worth of books.
Yeah.
Whereas in weekly Shonen Jump, that's a weekly thing that gets churned out.
Yeah, like somebody said, one volume of Attack on Titan costs the same as 2 comics nowadays. So what? I would say arguably you get more bang for your buck from.
You get a volume of something over here. Yeah. It's woof.
And I mean, even if you're looking, if you're like what Senior Dead Guy is saying, at most you're paying like $10 over here for a volume, and usually I think in the American volumes it's like 6 to 8 chapters. I don't know. Also, Wayne, I just uploaded something to Discord. It's something that you need to put on stream.
All right, see what you got.
It's very important.
Let's see. What the fuck?
Put it on screen, and then I will explain. I'll explain my Twitter adventure today.
Okay. All right, there it is.
So everybody who's looking, hope you're enjoying that monstrosity. So somebody had posted a transparency of Doug Walker's face.
Just his face.
And just his face. And now, Wayne, I can send you. Let me get this.
Send me the transparency.
Oh, that was the creepy thing that was in the. Oh,
yeah, that's
so creepy.
I was wondering who that was, and when I saw it on the pickle, I was like, "That's Doug Walker, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Yeah, in the picture I saw, I couldn't figure out who it was. It was just creepy.
So So because of how the transparency works, it just it works well when you're putting it on something. But as Wayne will
by
see,
itself, it looks creepy.
It is the most unsettling thing.
Well, see, on my screen, I'll zoom in on it. But like when they show, especially when you've got dark themes going, it looks really creepy.
It's really off-putting. It's really bad.
Oh, what's this one you just sent? Okay.
Oh, that other one. That's just the JPEG version of it. JPEG artifact, monstrosity version of it. He looks like a fucking. He looks like Missing No from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. God damn it. That was the.
So yeah, that was the face.
Yeah, that was the super. What the fuck?
I don't think the chat hasn't said anything. I don't think they're impressed.
Chat's like, guys, you were talking about really cool shit about manga and stuff, and now you brought up this fucking Doug Walker face. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
We're talking about pickled. Now we're talking about pickled Doug. What's going on, Doug?
Yeah.
What's going on there, big guy?
But yeah, it's pickled Doug. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And that's how we're gonna save Channel Awesome.
Well, we could buy it, I guess. I'm sure. It'd be pennies on the dollar at this point. But yeah, looking at and like I said, the biggest thing.
Fucking Mior. Fucking failure by winning. From boomer calculus to nostalgia critics disembodied face. One hell of a stream tonight, man.
Yeah, One Piece still hasn't ended, my God. Hey, man, the dude is making bank.
Yeah, fucking come on, let's have it go for 30 years.
I mean,
has Berserk ended yet?
No, and that shit's been going on since 1980 goddamn 8.
Yeah, I need that to end before the dude dies, because I need closure.
Miura's never gonna die. That nigga's gonna live forever.
He better.
It was this, I guess, Oda, the guy who does One Piece.
Yeah.
That guy, I mean, the guy, from what I understand, he's a machine.
Yeah, he is.
He just.
You kind of have to be doing that shit weekly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Jesus.
Well, because here's the funny thing to consider, Wayne. Now keep this in mind, and this will tell you how much of a workhorse a lot of these Japanese motherfuckers are.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's not colored, but it is inked. They do, on average, 17 pages a fucking week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the length of your average comic that's released as a monthly, they're doing that every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, I mean, that's kind of why these motherfuckers get burnt out as much as they do, and some people's health.
What I hear is they don't get a big enough cut of the money or as big a cut of money as they deserve.
I was gonna say, didn't the guy who did Bleach, he got burned out, and he's just like.
Well, yeah, there's conflicting stories. Like, part of it is his health was going kind of shitty, and part of it was the fact that Bleach just was not performing well. Super Eye Patch Wolf did a video talking about it, where every week they sent little data cards, and you could mark off a scale of 1 to 15 what you thought of each manga from chapter to chapter. One Piece started at number 2, very quickly got to number 1. Naruto started at 1, went to 2, and stayed at 2 for the entirety of its run. Bleach started at 3, and by the end of its run, before it got fucking canceled by Shonen Jump, ended at number 15.
So it went way down.
I think that's just one that ran too long, because it started to get redundant. And
Bleach is the definition of what I call power creep.
Yeah.
And it's not like power creep as in like in Dragon Ball, where the character gets more powerful as it goes along because he has to.
Yeah.
It was, I am a Shinigami. Oh, I am also a Quincy. Oh, and I'm also a what do you call them? The bad guys.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Well, because initially you had the hollows. Yeah. Well, because
the hollows.
Here's the fucking retarded thing. Here's the real retarded thing. So you got the Visored, who were Shinigami, who gained hollow powers, but then you have I forget their fucking names, but they were hollows who got Shinigami powers. Arankar. I shit you not. I don't know what that nigga ran out of ideas real fucking quick.
So
literally,
that's the thing with third arc. Because remember, Ichigo was originally Shinigami, right? Then got
It
hollow
was
powers.
originally just a dude.
Then he got hollow.
Yeah, he
powers.
got hollow powers.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he lost those. Then he lost both those powers and became something else for a little while, which was stupid.
Yep.
Then he got those back, and then my mom was a Quincy, so I can use those powers too.
Yeah,
Like what?
That's when everybody was like, "Nigga, what the fuck is you smoking?"
Yeah,
That's when a lot of people started dropping off. Just the more ridiculous
See,
they got.
That's when that nigga needed the fucking Toriyama editor guy.
Oh yeah. It's like
When Toriyama started being fucking weird, he was like, "I'm gonna have these two androids. One's a fat clown," and the editor's just like, "Nigga, the fuck are you doing?"
It's like okay.
Honestly, Bleach was just a story that really needed like a clear beginning and clear cut end, and should have just ended on a good note.
It should have ended with the Aizen arc.
Yeah.
That should have been it. Like once he fucking defeated Aizen, that should have been the end of the book.
I'll tell you what Bleach needed: an actual fucking writer.
Yeah, true.
Because even Kubo himself will admit he's not a very good writer. He just likes to draw cool shit.
Right. Oh, you could tell that just some of the shit he drew. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, because like a better manga
So
than
it's more like he should have been a team. Than
yeah.
One dude doing it himself.
Yeah, like from a perspective of like just a better narrative, Zombie Powder, which was the thing he released before Bleach, was much shorter and focused more on that's a cool looking panel. But that's what his bread and butter was. He knows how to draw cool shit. No, I don't think anybody could take that away from him, especially if you look at like early Bleach. His draftsmanship is really fucking good. The way
Arthritis could take that away from him, though.
Yeah, Arthritis could take that away. Yeah. I mean, we all saw late fucking Bleach, didn't we?
Yeah.
That shit started looking jank as fuck.
Yeah, you could tell that. I looked at some late manga. My friend of mine showed me his, and I was like, I could tell like the lines were getting really squirrely.
Yeah, he was getting really fucking just haphazard with that shit.
I think what I'm thinking is the Japanese animation industry, they're getting worked like slaves and not paid nearly what they should be.
Oh no, yeah, dude,
I think
animators
manga
in Japan,
they might be doing a lot better.
Yeah, and the Japanese. Let me give you these numbers, Piper. The average animator in Japan, he makes the equivalent of about $10,000 USD
a year.
A year, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
Do you know what the average American animator makes per year?
Way more than they're worth, considering it's all CalArts crap.
Yeah, it's about $50K a year.
God damn it! Yeah, that's the one. Then I was gonna say, I think the when it's manga, they're doing a lot better, but I think it's the animators that just get treated and paid like garbage, and that is why anime will randomly stop in weird places and shit. It's not consistent.
Hunter is the worst quality-wise. After he got married, Arthur's drawing went to shit. I mean,
he was masturbating more.
I mean, women do that to you.
It's the women. It's always the women. The women ruin everything.
That's why I said he was masturbating more, and so his hands were not as good.
I think the women is what broke up the super best friends.
Yep, I'm pretty sure the Whammon is what broke up Game Grumps.
Yep, I'm almost positive about that.
Oh yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Because let's be honest, could you stand to be around Susie?
I would slap the shit out of that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
I've seen the shit that bitch says on Twitter. You know she says that stuff in real life.
Mm-hmm.
See anime as ads for manga. That's true. I mean, usually the manga is still going.
Yeah,
when they are doing that.
Well, the thing is, like, the anime is always of a lesser quality. Like, even though it's animated, like you can't get it as good of quality as a manga, because it totally is just an advertisement. Like, here, go get the manga if you want the whole story, bitch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You want the good version. But it is cool to see them in color, but they do have to chop it up a whole lot and. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's
change a lot. I think the thing that drives me the most crazy isn't necessarily the quality; it's the fact that, God damn it, please finish a goddamn story.
And the biggest problem with with anime from manga, and Bleach was the biggest offender of this, is filler.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bleach was not the biggest offender.
No, I'm talking about as far as like
huge offender for that too.
I was talking about as far as like what got ported over here, right? Because when they started bringing up other, people was like, well, what about this? That did never happen in the manga.
Nigga, do I have to pull out the Naruto numbers?
Look, I know about Naruto's filler.
I
was going to say
Naruto has got some goddamn dude. Like, oh my god.
I mean, Naruto was so bad. I remember their filler was so bad. They literally one arc. Sasuke, he's fucked off. He's gone. Right? He fought Naruto and they beat the shit out of him, and he left. Then the next fucking episode, Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are going on an adventure. What?
Yeah,
because they're having a flashback. That's how they. Yeah. That's how they do their filler. They have flashbacks. At least that made sense, right?
Yeah, I couldn't make it through Naruto.
At least you got to see.
I've noticed because of the internet that apparently he finally did become Hokage. So the end. But I couldn't make it through it. Like even my son, because he was big into it, and that's why I was watching it. We both got burned out. Where we're like, man, this was bullshit. Fight somebody.
Yeah, but at least with their filler, it was like they tried to relate it. It's like, okay, this is X. This is from a past adventure, blah, 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 blah. With Bleach, it went from this shit's going on, break in the middle of an actual fight to do some filler.
Yeah, Bleach is a worse offender in that case. But like, if we're just talking about like sheer number of filler, like I don't know, man. Naruto literally had like fucking remember, 3 years of filler.
Do you remember when Shippuden came out? The whole point was like, this is gonna be Naruto without the filler, right?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
They had well, yeah, because at first, part of the reason why they had like so many years of filler for the original animated series was because they were letting the manga get well ahead of shit.
Yeah.
But then, of course, because anytime you animate that shit, you can animate like 2 or 3 chapters per episode. They caught up real fucking quick, and it's like, oh, let's do more fucking filler, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Because like now, it's like I watch it. Whenever I catch it on, I don't like seek it out or anything. But if it's on like Toonami or something, I'll watch it. But like right now, it's like on on Shippuden, they're just like, oh, we're just we're doing pirate adventures. Like what? Why did? And I said, oh, well, then why did you cancel One Piece? They got rid of One Piece. One of the few animes that didn't have much filler, right?
Yeah.
Whatever, man. I don't understand any of this weeaboo stuff anymore. I used to be,
I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was.
Yeah, right.
It'll happen to you.
Well, see, I at least with filler, I guess you could say that at least they're continuing to do something. I remember with like Inuyasha, they were just like, the series would just end.
Yeah.
But without an ending.
They're like, well, we ran out of manga, so this is sort of the end? Question mark. That last one, the one where she's like, oh, we still they had a little exit, whatever monologue thing where she's going. They're making it look like the very, very end of the story, but she's like, but we still have to find like a fuck ton more jewels, and we just accidentally showed that, we still didn't kill what's his ass.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
I remember that. Like, the quote last episode before they did the actual the actual final episodes. And finally finished it. The last episode for the longest time was like, we still know you need to go kill homeboy. Because
the whole thing was it was ending because they quote unquote killed him, and then they show at the very last second that he's not actually dead.
Yeah.
And she's doing her little, oh, it's we're not done with our adventure because we still got to find more jewels. But other than that,
I'm glad that Piper's going to be a voice actress for us, because that's
what
I'm just saying. I'm glad you're going to be a voice actress, because that's exactly the kind of shit I want. Like,
Never do that again.
Dude, that was why back in the day I could not watch that with subtitles, was her voice. I couldn't do it. I was laughing too hard. I'm like, no wonder he treats her like shit, man. She's annoying as fuck.
It's just like,
shut the hell up.
Everybody told me, like, if you're going to watch Bleach, you need to watch the sub, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I watched the sub. I got through 2 episodes of just this. Kurosaki-kun. Kurosaki-kun. I was like, I'm done. I'm out. Done. I'm out of here.
Like I said, I tried with Inuyasha, and it was nothing but like my friend and I were sitting there drinking one time.
Uh-huh.
We weren't supposed to be. We're still in high school, but still, we were drinking one time, and I was like, every time she says, "Well, yeah,"
that never happened.
I'm just saying. We decided she's so annoying. How about every time she says Inuyasha, we take a drink. I can't remember what we're drinking. Maybe it's shots. I don't know.
Mm.
And oh my god, we were done after one episode.
Just completely smashed.
Yeah, but both of us, we tried to do subtitles because we were first watching it because of like Adult Swim or some shit.
Yeah.
So it was dubbed, and we got a hold of it and was trying to watch it sub. And no, the first we were like, nope.
But like I said, when you,
I was like, we're already drinking because of how annoying she is dubbed. There's no way in shit I'm listening to that 80 times an episode.
I was curious one time, right? And I wanted to see during that fight that I forgot the name of the character that Ichigo was fighting. During that fight, somebody did a compilation of the entire fight just of Orohime saying Kurosaki-kun, right?
Oh god.
It was a 50-minute video.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because there was literally, they would just show her for like a solid minute going, Kurosaki-kun.
So in a vain attempt to bring it back to what we were talking about before.
My bad.
No, you're fine. It's not your
Totally
fault.
worth it.
It was all three of us were fucking it up. So in that Kotaku article that I sent you, they had the top 20 single issues sold.
So
issues and volume.
Spoiler alert, there's a Kotaku article coming.
Yeah, fucking go ahead and yell at me. Go ahead and yell at me, everybody.
I can't find
fucking
it.
chat. What's that?
I can't find it. Where'd I put it?
Oh, here, I'll send it.
Did I just ignore it? I was like, oh, it's Kotaku.
Who's got the big? Who's got the big nuts?
Yeah, copy. All right, it's coming up in a second.
Yeah. So if you scroll down about midway through, you start seeing where they're talking about individual books and some volumes.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna ignore the top 19. I want you to look at Kingdom, chapter 46. 800 fucking copies sold.
Now where's this at? At the.
And if you go down,
I'm in the article. So where am I looking? Where it says here are the biggest selling individual volumes.
Yes, you'll see number 20.
No, Kotaku. I don't want to subscribe. I wish this shit was archived right now. Anyway. Okay,
so you look at
number 20.
Go down to
Kingdom chapter 46.
800 fucking units. 800,000 units. It sold almost 3 times as much as the best thing that Marvel put out this year or last year. Rather.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Them
slants love buying them some books.
And you're probably thinking, what the fuck is Kingdom?
I don't know. But it sold almost 3 times as much as Marvel Legacy, so it must be good.
Yeah. At least in Japan.
Just look at
I love the top 4 here. One Piece.
Attack on Titan.
God, like I said, I said this off air, but I would imagine that One Piece would be an even bigger deal than Dragon Ball over here if 4Kids hadn't fucked it up at the beginning.
If they hadn't 4Kids it?
Yeah, if they hadn't 4Kids it, Oh, man. yeah, Taco. Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised Piper is looking at the ads on this one, too.
They're too blurry. I want to.
Goddamn, Piper. You're bringing down my show.
Yeah. Well, for the pertinence of it, it's fine.
I'm surprised you didn't say anything about that, Wayne.
What's that?
I said she's bringing down my show.
Wait, your show?
Right, got stolen again.
Yeah, nigga. It's weeb shit, so it's my show now. Suck my ass.
That should mean it's my show again.
Let's see. How do I kick people out of this hangout? You forgot that I still have the power. Was
The
it
power of the donut dimension.
We're gonna do that. Was it at Simpsons? How did you mute him? How are you able to mute him?
I can do the same thing to her.
Oh, God. How do you unmute? She doesn't even realize. Y'all have mute. I'm muted. They can still hear me, you know. That's the funny thing. They can still hear me. Oh, God. They can still hear me, guys. Y'all muting me didn't do anything.
I didn't mute you. I was actually trying to unmute you.
Oh. So how do you...
Piper
Piper
can stay muted because she doesn't know how to unmute herself, apparently.
I'm trying to figure out how to... Profile, eject.
No, I can unmute myself. I just didn't notice.
Oh, God bless.
What a fucking dummy.
I was just busy laughing. So
when can it be my show? Unholy Sporkable wants to. I guess they want to be the show now too.
They want to be in here.
I just
fucking tell me if he's getting in here, he's gonna get fucking banted on. It's gonna be hardcore.
It is a she. But hey, you know the cat. I want to know, since it was brought up, Unholy Sporkable, does Taco enjoying the show tonight or not? See, I care about my fans, right? You know, ones that I interact with. It's like, you know, okay. Yeah, but that's kind of funny. Y'all are muting each other. I was like, y'all realize that whoever muted me, I was like, yeah, I'm the source. They can still hear me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I assume it had. I think it says in here. Yeah, Piper Steed muted Optimus Deadpool. Yeah.
So y'all muted me. Y'all couldn't hear me, but everybody else could still hear me. So I could have just I could have rushed Limbaugh the rest of the show. It's like, okay, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you don't listen to liberals. Oh man, still no answer on the taco.
Is this part of the show where we ask our viewers the Jewish question?
Let's see. She is sleeping, so your dulcet tones have lulled her to rest. Okay. All right, that's fine. You know, I have that effect on people. That's usually because I'm boring as shit.
I mean, your words.
I mean, just being honest. Here, here's some more pickled Doug for everybody. Or should I go back to? Oh, okay, back to. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to. He's got a gun. That's You know, and the funny thing is, not. I know on this channel that's not the only thumbnail of Hellboy, because there was with the re-upload of the old podcast that there are some other Hellboy thumbnails up here. Oh man. But yeah, I think did we cover everything? Did we blow what's her name?
Fuck it.
Miss Iron Spike out of the water?
Got an iron spike up her ass.
I had it. Okay, why do you call yourself Iron Spike? I don't understand.
Because I think that's the name of her public.
The name
company.
of her public, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but then put a caricature of yourself.
I mean, shit, Nikki, what you want these people to act fucking reasonable?
I want them to be professional. If they're in a professional environment, you know, when you do shit like that, you do it on your own frickin' time. You don't see me going on the Graded Point 5 channel unless it's Cab doing it.
Cab, you some bitch.
Cab trying. Now, granted, the people who are still here, who all's agreed that we should start a petition that our boy Zach, Richard C. Myers, should go get him a professional haircut at a salon and not a Supercuts haircut like he's been getting. I want to see a poll. Give me a yes if you agree.
Hit us with some ones if you think that he deserves something better.
Yeah, if he deserves a better haircut. I mean, the guy's got a little bit of scratch now. I think he can afford something better than a $5 Supercuts. Yeah, exactly.
I'll never go to Great Clips, man. Never.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me the same haircut and it wasn't even close to what I asked for.
I just want him to legally change his name to Zach. He wants him to shave his head. We got a couple of ones. So, yeah, everybody agrees. It's like, hey, Rich. Hey, Dickie, as Renfamous calls you. Hey, Dickie, if you want people not to believe that you're not a alt-right neo-Nazi, maybe don't get an alt-right neo-Nazi haircut. Oh gosh. So yeah, everybody agrees. Okay. All right, we're gonna set this up. We're gonna get him. I think like Cab says, it'd be like maybe $50 to get him a good like haircut, get his tips frosted. Um,
Sounds like you guys want to make him like super fucking gay.
it's just
It's still better than like.
Do I have to bring the picture up? I'm gonna do it. There's a. I'm gonna do it. Going live. Going to Twitter right now because we're gonna. And there's, by the way, there's this Unholy Sporkables taco. Cute cat.
What?
The cat.
Oh.
You dirty minded woman. Jesus fucking Christ. You're a terrible, terrible person. Okay, anyway. So yeah, let's look at this view image. Yeah, look at this haircut. This is ridiculous. What's going on, big guy? I also like the way we did this. We're making it like he's endorsing graded 0.5. But at the same time, not because he's saying, yeah, it was a bad idea.
Graded 0.5 doesn't look a pretty bad idea.
I mean, well,
We're hardly. I mean, whoever made this fucking logo of ours, he put cocaine in the logo. I don't know what kind of fucking madman would do these things.
Yeah. So are you going to hire out your abilities to do logos for people because you made this? Remember?
I mean, I know that's why I was making the joke. I mean, if people want me to make a fucking logo for them, that's fine. Like, you want to give me money? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can Negro you up something good.
He kind of has that.
Well, I could do it professionally.
One of the Rat Queen's dummies is calling Umbrella Guy an uncultured swine for calling out one of Iron Spike's BS, but doesn't provide any evidence other than saying you're ignorant. She's so dumb. I think I know who you're talking about, and that particular person about something that was going on with Elizabeth Breitweiser. They're getting deplatformed because they have a different opinion than I do, so they can't like be at the same comic book convention that I go to.
Legas.
What?
Yeah. But I think that same person was talking to Umbrella, and they was like, and he was basically saying, how would you feel if somebody, deplatformed you because your husband, not even her husband said, I hope Trump does right by the people of America. Not even, he drew a picture and just said that. That's all he said. I hope he does right by the people of America. Right. And apparently that caused her to be deplatformed. And he said, how would you feel? And then she said, citation needed. And I said, and I just put, your TL.png. Just look at your own tweets and you want to talk about somebody being deplatformed. Because, that's the MO, right? That's the thing. Just get them deplatformed. If they can't speak, they can't speak if they don't have nowhere to speak, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Get them kicked off YouTube. Get them kicked off Twitter. Get them kicked off everything. That's another show altogether.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I think that pretty much covers everything for tonight, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Fucking Iron Spike's a fucking idiot. She doesn't understand the difference between the Japanese and American industries. And also, no, you dumb cunt. We are not upholding the Japanese. We're not keeping them fucking afloat. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god.
And I believe they said a majority of Japanese people, I read that a majority of people in Japan buy manga.
Yeah.
That's like of the population, not a subset of this or that. No, the entire population, the majority buys manga. So at least 51% are buying manga. It's probably more than that though.
Yeah.
So yeah. So tomorrow night will be a Operation Retcon. I don't know what we're going to do yet. The joke was that we would Operation Retcon by Michael Bendis. Just his entire career. But I'll pick something. I think I bamboozled Cab last week when I gave him the Sentry. He didn't really know what to do with that. Manga could not sell a single copy outside of Asia, and they still be exponentially more successful than Iron Spike has ever been in any project she's ever done. Yes, that's true.
God damn. Damn, dog.
Now, the chat, man.
Somebody had to say it.
The Doctor is he's on fire tonight.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. So
Saying what I was thinking.
we were all thinking I mean, yeah. There are these certain people who think that because they do a small number of things,
You said
you know,
need porn now?
that they have that they're in a very
go look at porn.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you talking? What? Oh Jesus!
Where the fuck did that
Oh my
come
God, the kid came in.
Hey, child, go to fucking bed. Can't you see I'm doing a fucking show here? Jesus Christ, get out of here. She hasn't gotten within 5 decimal places of even your run of the mill manga. I was going to say, she hasn't even gotten 5 decimal places of this show. Did I just hear go look at porn? Piper, did you tell your kid to go look at porn? She's not here. Did you mute her?
I did.
Oh, goddamn.
Not in the room anymore. Stop it. He came in, and I guess he was trying to whisper, I finished my book and I'm bored now. Because I told him if he's staying up, he needed to shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I thought he said, I want to look at porn now.
Oh.
And then so he got louder and he was like, no, I said I'm bored. So I was like, oh, well then go look at porn.
God fucking damn it.
Oh,
Yes. Everybody's like, did I just? Yes, I said that. Go look at porn. I thought it was what he was talking about in the first place.
destroyed with impunity. Let's see. Yeah, did Piper just tell her kid to go to watch porn? And they said, I like this one. No hentai heaven has been taken down.
Dude,
God
that used to be the
bless
shit.
this
I
chat.
freaking missed that site.
What?
Nothing.
Site? A porn
Go.
site?
You're not. We're still on the air. Go.
Okay, I want to be very clear. I hope that Piper is not actually endorsing her, child to peruse pornographic websites.
No, the last time he did that, I shared his search history with everybody.
Oh, see, there you go. That's the.
What kind of weird shit was he looking into?
No.
Yes.
No.
Don't do it again.
Let's come on, Piper.
That thing has screenshots, doesn't it?
Was he looking for big anime titties?
Oh, damn it, it's on my old phone. I need to get it again. How to have anime style sex was one of them. You were not in 4th fucking grade.
Holy fucking shit.
You were not. Go to do whatever. He was not in 4th fucking grade.
I mean, dude, I was looking at anime porn while I was in 4th fucking grade.
He wasn't. Well, he might have been, but that's not when I got it.
I love that. F for Piper's kids search history.
Yeah, I've got to get that screenshot back.
So
that
what
was me making sure he didn't do it no more.
They're stumbling on the stream at the perfect time. Yeah. This is we're getting into the silly hour now.
We got fucking super silly.
Oh God. So
Jesus.
what was that? How to have anime what?
Anime style
Shut
sex.
up. How to have anime style sex. He searched that one multiple times. He searched how to have sex naked. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess that's a good one to figure out there.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. And then after all the how-tos, then it was just flat out looking shit up. Like fucking I can't remember, but like anime girl having sex with her boyfriend, like
he was very specific in his searches.
yeah.
Dang.
And then some just like regular like anime sex.
Piper, I'm gonna give your son some much needed advice.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to go to ehentai.com.
No, he does not need to go.
I'm not gonna show him yet. That's where I go, but I'm not gonna share that with him.
You fucking bitch. Why would you show it? Look, you're the one going, go watch porn, and then you're not showing him where the golden land is.
No, it's funnier when he looks for it himself because then I get more screenshots.
You just want to mark it out.
I will share my secrets with him when he's like 15.
Tell him to go to EX Hentai and then laugh at him when he gets a sad panda.
Piper, your son is a man of culture. I caught my nephew's history. Oh, man. It's the Oregon Duck and Wisconsin Badgers fucking on the 50-yard line. Oh, my God, the Badger! Fucking Badger! I'm laughing at that for totally different reasons. And Jordan knows why. Oh, God. I just like the fact that the Hentai Haven guy was like, he gave up the site because of had to buy his fursuit or some shit. That's
been shown as being false.
Okay, well, that's still funny.
Yeah.
If
The Hentai Haven guy.
You know what? When somebody asks me the reasons why, I'm going to say because.
Yeah, you got to say fursuits, yeah.
I said because when Matt Myers bought his fursuit, he was also owning Hentai Haven.
God damn.
Great porn. Will an American porn animator take credit for hentai success? Probably.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, first you got to find an American porn animator that hasn't been fucking deplatformed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You gotta, when they can actually still make money, then they can claim that they, it was me, Austin. It was me all along. Oh God. Okay, so now, 15 minutes after I said I would end the stream, let's actually end the stream.
Is it time for us to sunset ourselves?
It's time to hit that old dusty trail, as they say.
All right.
Super male.
Well, thank you everybody for stopping by. Mm-hmm. Hope you enjoyed the weeb shit that we talked.
Yep. And like I said, just chill. The internet is when you don't take the internet.
See
seriously.
how many viewers my son got. See, we at the very end here, we pumped it up.
No, we're not going to go look at porn. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for the other two. I'm gonna go make peanut butter.
Oh, I am.
I'm literally going to go do boomer shit. I'm gonna go make like Christmas candies.
I'm gonna go look at porn.
Look, we already know about the USS Merrimack over here. Okay, we don't. We've determined. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Since we're on that subject, we've determined because of Piper's inability to keep certain implements from breaking.
Yeah, this one's on its last leg. I need a new one for Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, so we have determined that that Piper has an ironclad vagine. So we have nicknamed it the USS Merrimack.
So what you're saying is that her pussy's made of vibranium.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit that thing with a sex toy, it just bounces off.
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden you just hear. I'm glad I had that.
You want to know what happens? They catch on fire.
Oh yeah, forget Mior's foreign. I'll tell you about what the Merrimack and the Monitor are later.
Oh. Yes, that's what I have. The ones that plug into the wall, the Hitachi ones, and they catch on fire.
How?
The motors burn out or burn up.
Are the fucking nerve endings in your pussy just broken?
Probably. I probably burned them a lot. I know I've burned them a few times. Well, the things freaking overheat and catch fire, and then I burn myself.
Wayne, I got a question for you, as man to man. If it starts burning, that's when you go, I should probably stop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you start to chafe, and you're like, I'm rubbing the side of my dick kind of raw here. Too much friction.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment where you're like, Piper, get some fucking mineral oil and just keep that shit lubricated. that spinning wand head, just be like, all right, douse it. Like when they're cutting fucking steel. That shit well lubricated.
I went through 5 in 1 year. You had my Semper Fi, Piper.
I'm not alone.
So yeah, this is the.
How do you?
I was gonna say on screen, I got the USS Merrimack.
I mean, that does look a lot like Piper's pussy.
Yeah.
Even the flag placement is right.
Yeah. Very good representation of
Yeah.
oh my
So
God! I
this is
just had an
officially
idea. I just had an idea. Okay, hold on.
Oh God, what are you
Oh,
doing
no.
now?
If I can find the right picture. Oh yeah.
Oh,
View image. Oh man, it's not the right one. I need the big one. Oh yeah, that's perfect right there. See if it'll give me the view image. Yeah, there you go. So the Merrimack is the one in the background in the monitors.
Accurate representation of what happened.
Yeah. Is Piper turning red now? Piper has no. I don't think she has much scruples. If
I'm sure if we gave her a webcam, she'd probably shake her tits for the stream.
I'm red from laughing.
yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, I have to get one. They last. Now that I am trying to behave more, they last. Like a month or two. This one's really cheap, and I got it for my birthday, and it hasn't been a month yet, and I'm pretty sure this one's only going to last a month.
Yeah, I agree. Shame is for the weak. If you're going to talk about it, just talk
Yeah.
about it. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, having shame means that people can embarrass you.
Mm-hmm. I just like the fact that there's smoke pouring off the Merrimack, and the monitor just plowing into it. That's it's fucking perfect.
That's seriously an accurate representation. These things fucking overheat and catch fire.
When the wand's on fire.
And then sometimes I still don't give a shit, and then that's how I end up burning myself.
When the wand's on fire, it's kind of dire. When wand's on fire, it's kind of dire. Sawzall with a Doc Johnson attachment.
No lie, somebody actually sent me like a $200 machine, but it's not strong enough. So
Oh fuck! I said, okay, guys, seriously, okay, go to Lowe's, all right, go to Lowe's Home, Home Improvement. Go to the DeWalt tool section. Look for what they call a hammer drill. Okay. Yeah, because those things are like built to go through solid brick.
All right, Piper, I got a fucking I got a deal for you. You pay me $50 an hour, I will just come to your house and I'll just like straight up just double fist you. Just there you go. Hey, bam!
I don't put these ones inside me. Holy crap!
He didn't say anything about going inside neither. He just said he's literally saying he would. I mean, wait a minute, it'd be like this.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I will literally pound your pussy, and I'll get no enjoyment out of it, but I'll just fucking do it
fast. You'll have to do that really fast.
I'll enjoy the money I'll get from it. Just fucking.
So
like it's a speed bag.
So you're like.
Yeah, really fast. It might work.
My poor paper plate is just being abused right now.
I was sent a machine, and I feel really bad because it just kind of instead of doing what it's supposed to, the base part that like suction cups are supposed to suction cup to the ground and is like really heavy and stuff. That's the part that ends up moving.
I just realized that that we spent the last like 15 minutes talking about. Imagine feminists hearing you guys talk like this. Yeah. Like this will get us kicked off YouTube if anything does. Yeah, this will.
Now the funniest thing about this whole thing, Wayne, is I'm sitting here going like, I'm so low tech with my masturbatory habits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even use fucking lotion.
You go in raw, huh?
I go in dry.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
You like?
I like it. I do. I enjoy the friction. The friction makes it better.
Okay.
I feel like if I bolt it down, the motor would just break and the thing still wouldn't get to move very much. So that's what I'm saying is like my shit grabs shit and then just it's stuck. Like
So essentially, instead of like the the sound we were hearing, it'd be more like this paper plate is getting a lot of use tonight.
Man, these audio gags are fucking great.
Mulatto
but
is
see,
a
that's why
purist.
the vibrations, the vibrations, the vibrations work, but it has to be like hardcore ones. So the Hitachi things are the only things that work, man.
Well, that Mulatto is a purist. I love that.
Yeah, I'm a masturbatory purist. I like to keep it simple because I'm not going around every month breaking shit.
See, that's why on my wish list I switched to the cheap one because they both last just as long. The official brand that's like $50 or whatever the shit lasts just as long as the little $20 knockoff.
You know, Piper, here's how I fix your problems. You need to pick up a hobby. You're gonna get yourself a bass guitar. Learn how to do finger strumming real fucking good. There you go. Problem solved for free.
I got a better idea.
I have one.
I got a better idea, if I may.
What's that?
Join a convent.
I was gonna say I have one. I play bass. Well, I haven't since my
The only love that needs to be in your life at
my
this point
arm
is
surgery. But
the only love that needs to be in your life at this point is Jesus, because you need it.
Yeah, fuck you. You need a lot of Jesus in your life and in every hole.
Oh God! Before we get into blasphemy, I'm going to end this stream. So,
hey, if I ever recover the shit that's on my old phone, I will totally show everybody my they're gonna be on the internet forever.
yeah, right. Yens need Jesus. That's exactly right. Yeah. But anyway, okay. So tomorrow night, Operation Retcon. I will announce it. Try to announce it like midday tomorrow. Once I figure out what I want to do, maybe we can talk about this after stream. So yeah, everybody, it was fun. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.